Da Vinci Wolves. Why does a combat unit have such a name and how is it related to art? They liberated dozens of settlements across the country and defended the road of life to Bakhmut. This is the story of the Da Vinci Wolves, former volunteers who became one of the most formidable units of this war. Eastern Ukraine, Zaporizhia and Kherson in the south, Chernihiv region in the very north. They are hundreds of kilometers apart, and they are also the hotspots where Da Vinci Wolves unit managed to fight during the very first month of the full-scale invasion. From the very beginning, they rushed into battle in the most dangerous locations, as for them, the war had started long before February 2022. So where did they come from? In 2014, Russia seized Ukrainian Crimea and launched a hybrid war in the east. The situation was threatening. In response, thousands of volunteers stood up to defend their homeland, including a teenager named Dmytro Kotyubailo, who had just turned 18. He had neither combat experience nor served in the army, but his courage, motivation, and desire to learn quickly made him a leader. First, he led a squad, and then a company. Soon, this unit was called the Da Vinci Wolves, all because of the call sign of the young commanding officer. Before the war, Dmytro Kotyubailo dreamed of becoming an artist and studied at an arts high school. In 2021, he became the youngest person to receive the highest national decoration, the Hero of Ukraine. Since 2014, the Da Vinci Wolves have been fighting in some of the most intense battlegrounds, including Pisky, Avdiivka, and Savur-Mohyla. After the full-scale invasion, the Da Vinci Wolves emerged as one of the most capable units. They were tasked with the most difficult assignments in different areas of the front line, including the famous Kharkiv counteroffensive and the liberation of Balaklia, Kupiansk, and Kupiansk-Vuzlovy. So what did they use to fight so effectively? Da Vinci Wolves were at the forefront of implementing truly modern warfare tactics. They were among the first to leverage commercial drones such as the DJI Mavic for reconnaissance and fire adjustment on the front line. Da Vinci himself always stressed the need for terrain study and thorough planning, leading to the Wolves consistently having the lowest casualties among their peers.
Thanks to UAVs, we can detect them long before they approach our firing positions. And thanks to the accuracy of artillery, we can suppress them in advance. We aim to ensure that infantry only engages as a last resort.
Most of the equipment used by the Wolves was captured from the enemy. Initially, they only had 120mm mortars, but they acquired heavier weapons through their battles. Alina Mikhailova, the fiancée of Da Vinci and the head of the Wolves Medical Service, recalled it this way.
Regrettably, we have not yet received any artillery systems, though we repeatedly requested at least M777 howitzers. Instead, we are making use of captured equipment, so-called Lend-Lease, from the Russians.
In 2022, the combat success of the Da Vinci Wolves and the acquisition of numerous trophy vehicles led to the former volunteer company becoming a full-fledged battalion, officially incorporated into the armed forces. Prior to that, the unit had been composed entirely of volunteers for the past 8 years. At their training ground, where they were selecting new fighters to expand the unit, only 3 to 5 out of 200 applicants were accepted on some days. In 2023, the Wolves have been performing combat missions in the toughest areas, including defending the Road of Life, the only supply route to Bakhmut that is constantly under fire. Regrettably, it was there that one of the tragedies of this war occurred. During an interview when he was 18 years old, Da Vinci made his priorities clear.
We had a task of clearing the area. The artillery worked, and we had to clear it afterwards. Thanks God my comrades survived unharmed. That's it.
On March 7th, 2023, 27-year-old Dmytro Kotyubailo Da Vinci died while helping journalists and soldiers take cover during a shelling. The injuries that Da Vinci sustained during the attack proved fatal. At his funeral in 2023, his comrades in arms, along with the Minister of Defense, Commander-in-Chief and President, paid their respects at his coffin. His comrades continued to carry on with this mission. Once artists, engineers and teachers, they now serve as soldiers in a battalion with the legendary name that has become renowned worldwide: Da Vinci Wolves.